Today we are going to start with a new chapter, sets. Now, what is a set? Before we actually go to the point that what is a set, let us understand that today set concept is being used almost in every branch of mathematics. Sets are used to define concepts of relations and functions. So, what are sets? Actually, in your daily life, you come across various sets. If I talk about an easy example, which is very easy to understand, if I ask you to make a set of all vowels. Now, you all know that A, E, I, O, and U. I have 5 vowels here. Okay. Now set is always represented or written in a curl bracket. So suppose if I name this set as V. Okay, I have A, E, I, O, U. Now why do I call it as a set? What is the speciality? Because this is least of all vowels. What is it? This is least of all vowels. But still I call it as a set. Now why? When I ask about vowels now, everybody will have the same list, that is A, E, I, O and U. There won't be any other member in this list. It means it is same for all. I can say that it is well defined. When universally I get the same answer, I say that it is well defined. So I can say that what is actually a set? Set is nothing but a well defined collection of distinct objects. Okay? What is set? Set is a collection of well defined distinct objects. Now the objects of the sets are called as elements. Okay, and sets are normally denoted by capital letters. You can see very clearly here the set is denoted by a capital letter, and elements of sets are written in curly brackets, and you could see a comma between them. Is that clear? So this is well defined collection. Now if I ask you any example what is not well defined, I say to you that make a set of all the colors of rainbow. So if I say everybody will write down the same 7 colors, but now if I ask you people, write down your 5 favorite colors. Okay? Now will it be a well defined set? Will it be a well defined set? The answer is no, because it will not be the same for all. It will not be the same for all. So, what is set? Set is a well-defined collection of objects which is universally same for everyone. I think this much is clear to all of you. Now, let us see that have we not seen these sets here before? Okay? In mathematics, we have seen number of sets, children. And the first number of set which you have learned was the set of natural numbers. Yes, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 till infinity. Then set of rational numbers, set of real numbers, set of prime numbers, integers, even integers, odd integers. You can print so many sets in this form. Okay, so many sets can be printed in this form. You could see everywhere a capital letter is used to represent the set. Everywhere a capital letter is used to represent the set. Now, how these sets are represented? The first important thing is that definitely the sets are represented. First, how I write the set. The first basic rule is that name of the set is written in capitals. Okay. Second is that the elements of the sets are written by putting a comma between them. And one most important thing, children, the set does not allow repetition. There will not be any repetition. One element will come in set only once. Now let us see how we are representing this set. There are two methods of representing a set: roster or tabular form and then set builder form. The name itself tells you, children, what is the meaning. Okay, set builder form and roster form. It tells itself that what is the meaning of this. Now see what is the thing here. I'm just telling you. What do you mean by roster form? Where I list each and every element. You could see here what is done. Each and every element is listed by putting a comma in between them. So the set which consists of all the list of elements, okay, put in the curly bracket with a comma in that. This representation is called as the roster form. Set builder form means the set will follow a single common property. Okay, a single common property means all the elements which are belonging to the set will possess the same property. Now here he is saying that, see what is the element? The element is x. Now what is x? It is equal to n square. N are natural numbers and then n is less than 6. So which are all natural numbers which are less than 6? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I have these elements, but what is he saying? What is x? It is n square. So if I want to write this set in set builder, in roster form, what it would be? It would be 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. So the same property means what? Square of the first 5 n natural numbers. First 5 n natural numbers. So this way is called as a set builder form, with the help of which we can build a set. A set could be built very easily. Hope till this the things are clear to you. Now let us see types of set. Okay, the thing is that first thing I wish to tell you is finite and infinite. Now what are finite and infinite? The name itself tells you. Just now you saw the set where we were writing squares, and what was that? N was belonging to n and it was less than 6. So I got how many elements? There I got 1, 4, 25, 16. Okay, one more thing, children, in set order doesn't matter. Okay, wherever you write down the elements should be there. Order doesn't matter. It is not necessary that I should write 1, 4, then 9, then 16 and then 25. Normally we follow it, but it is not a rule. I can write the elements anyways. So here I am having limited number of elements. So this is the example of a finite set. Clear? Now if I come to the next, what we are calling as infinite set. Children, tell me just now, have you not seen set of natural number? Yes, you wrote it 1, 2, 3 and then what? On and on. If I talk about set of integers, so you know very well, from here it goes positive till infinity and then here negative till infinity. So these sets definitely are termed as infinite sets. These are termed as infinite sets. Clear? Now the next thing is empty set. Now the word itself tells you what I mean by empty set. It means the set will not contain anything. It will be completely empty. It will not have any element in this. So this kind of a set is called as an empty set. A very easy example I'll give you. If I say you make a set of a girl captain in a boys cricket team. So is it possible? No. So that is the example of an empty set. Empty set is also termed as a null set or a void set. It is termed as a null set or a void set. Is that clear to everyone? Please children, don't mistake. If I write 0, it is not an empty set. It is having one element. And the set which is having only one element is called as a singleton set. What it is called as a singleton set. So the set which is having only one element is called as a singleton set. Hope everybody has understood this much. Now the next point what we are going to study is equal set. Equal set, now again same thing children, the word itself tells you. Suppose I write A is 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then I write B is equal to 2, 4, 3, 1. You could see all the elements are same. All the elements are same. So in two sets, if all the elements of A are also in B and all the elements of B are also in A, then sets A and B are said to be equal sets. Then the sets A and B are said to be equal sets. Yes, if I talk about example of an equal set, can you give me one example children for an equal set? Can you give me an example for an equal set? Definitely. If I say all even numbers and table of 2. Okay, all even numbers and table of 2. Then what? Of course, all the elements would be same. Now, the next topic which we are going to start is very, very important in set theory, and that is called as a subset. Now, let us understand what is a subset. See the example which is there in front of your eyes. A is subset of B if every element of A is also contained in B. Every element of A, if it is contained in B, then we can say that A is a subset of B. Okay, now example is given here, the set of integers. Okay, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Suppose for time being I say that this is my set A. This is my set of integer, right? And then what is real number? You know, real number consists of all these numbers along with integers, then your rational numbers, then your natural numbers, then your whole numbers, everything is there. So definitely, if I say my set B is set of real number, all the elements of A are there in B. All the elements of set A are there in B, so I can say that A is a subset of B. Is that clear? In this manner, if all the elements of A belong to B, that A is subset of B, and if all the elements of B belongs to A, then what? Then B is a subset of A. Is that clear? So this is the definition of subset here. I am repeating it once again. A set A is said to be a subset of B if every element of A is also an element of B. Vice versa, I said that if all the elements of B are there in A, then I say that B is a subset of A. Next topic which we are going to study is power set. This would be the last topic what we are going to take up in this particular video. Let us see what is a power set. Now, if I want to tell you what is a power set, you just need to understand one thing, that what are different elements in that set. Let us see here. Okay, if I plan a set, that is set A is having elements 1, 2 and 3. Now let us find all possible subsets. What I will find? I will find all possible subsets. What I will find? All possible subsets. Come on, let me list it. Which are all possible subsets? 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there. Okay, then I can take 1, 2, then I can take 2, 3, then I can take 1, 3, then the set itself, because every set is subset of itself. And never ever forget, null set is subset of each and every set. Null set is subset of each and every set. Now, I have all the possible subsets. Now what I will do, I will put all these possible subsets in one bracket. I will put all these possible subsets in one bracket, and now this is nothing but the power set of the set A. This is nothing but the power set of the set A. So what is definition of a power set? It is the collection of all subsets of a set A. Okay, it is denoted by P of A, and in P of A every element in a set is present there. So this was the last topic which we were supposed to discuss today. Tomorrow we will go in next video, we will go ahead with universal set, complement of a set, then Venn diagrams and properties of operations of union and intersection. I hope that you all have understood what was being told to you today. So thank you everyone and have a nice day.